to Life Talk. Sorry we haven't done videos for a while. There's been a lot of chaos going on. The area that I lived in got really flooded, and we had to move, and I'm not really sure what all's been going on. So trying to get time to do these recordings have been kind of tough. Kids going to school and just life in general. So I wanted to do a short video. I'm going to show you a clip by one of our other authors. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name because I know I will screw it up, and I don't even want to butcher that name. So I hope you enjoy her her talk about her journey through writing, and we'll see you again soon. Oh, and look for a special segment called Life Talk: The Voice Within, where I will be talking about voice actors and how you change your voices and stuff, and I will be doing a voice changing type thing of if you ever watch the Milky Way commercial, you will understand. So I hope y'all have a good day.
Well, my name is Sunayna. I have moved from India to this really sweet town in Willimantic. It's in Connecticut. And Fate by Grace was my first American publication. She's asked me to tell you a little about me. So basically, writing was not my chosen career. I just like to write, and since that happened, and then I thought, okay, let me see if something gets published, and things kept getting published until they keep getting published. I will try to write more and more. And I've written since I think I was in first grade or something. I used to write my diary, and I used to write as if I'm writing to God, or I really wanted him to read it somehow. That's the reason I don't know, it's something which is inbuilt, and I like to write a lot. And I write poems when something is really intensely affecting me or my mood or whatever. Besides writing, I also do handwriting analysis, which is called graphology, and I also used to in India run an NGO where I used to make people I don't want to use the word underprivileged, but I used to have kids from an NGO make paper earrings and paper quilled arts, and used to sell them, and the money used to go to the NGO completely. I guess that's about me. I've been published here and there. If you're interested, I'm sure you will figure out on Google. And I have a question for Ashley, I have a 4-month-old whom you might have heard doing and ooh in the video. So I don't get time to write nowadays, and I really want to ask Ashley. She's managing 4. I mean, mine is just one monkey. I don't know how she's managing 4 of them and still writing and publishing and doing a pretty good job at it. So I want to ask her one question, that's that. And second is, how does she manage to stay so organized? I mean, when she told me that I should make this video and ask her the question and things like that, she told me what to do, and she told me where to send it and everything that I would need for this. So I was like amazed, and I told her right there and then, how do you stay so organized? And she was like, yeah, that's a skill. So if she could give me some tips on remaining organized, and firstly on how to write having a 4-month-old crying all the time. That's it. So thank you for listening, and keep smiling.
Alright, so to answer the questions that she asked in the video, I used to find time writing after my kids went to bed because I liked staying up at night. I was kind of like a night owl, because when I was younger, I used to deliver newspapers, and I was used to being up different times of the night. As it's went along, it's gotten a little bit harder to write after they go to bed, because by the time I get them in bed, I want to go to bed myself. I don't write as much as I'd like to, but I do find the time to do all the publishing stuff during nap time or bedtime, or my oldest 3 are in school, so I'm just left with my youngest, who is 3. He'll be 4 next month. But when he's watching TV and stuff, I take time to do what I got to do on editing and formatting and stuff like that. I do some writing at night after they go to bed, because they go to bed kind of early for school, because they got to get up at like 6 o'clock. As far as the organization, I've always been, I guess, like OCD type thing. I like to have everything organized. Nothing ever works out the way you plan it, but I do have like this big calendar thing where I have all this stuff marked of what I do this day, what I gotta do this day. I got big lists and stuff of step by step instructions on how to get from point A to point B to make it look like point C. Like with the podcast, I told her, I said, you know, introduce yourself, tell a little about yourself, ask a question, and then I gave her the information to upload it to a special YouTube channel where I go download the video segment and then I put it into these videos. My best bet to tell her with a 4-month-old, when my kids were little, I actually found it easier to write when it was nap time. It might only be 30 minutes to an hour, but every little bit helps. When my kids were little, they were up all hours of the night, every 2 to 3 hours. So I would put them to bed, and then I'd spend 30 minutes writing, go to bed, and then whenever they got up to eat, while I was rocking them back to sleep or, whatever, I would sit there and I would write. Doing voice things are actually kind of easy too. If you have a voice recorder while you're sitting there feeding your baby, you can kind of talk to yourself, but talk out loud, but record it as you talk, and then go back later and listen to it, and then you can write it down, or you can say, no, this is crap, I don't want to use it. Most of the stuff that I wrote, though, after I put my kids to bed, I would spend at least an hour a night trying to write as much as I could. It's kind of funny because now with my kids in school, I seem to have more time, but at the same time, I don't. Back when I did all the writing, I was going to college, and I went to a 32-month course online, and I homeschooled my daughter, and I had 2 other, little ones, and I seemed to be able to multitask everything at one time. But now that I just have one at home, and I seem to have all this free time other than doctor's appointments and stuff, I seem like I can't manage my time unless I'm doing 500 things at one time. So maybe my organization and multitasking is if I have more than one thing to do. So maybe my writing can pick up where it used to be if I start putting like 4 or 5 things together and trying to do it all at once. I don't know. But most of my time now is spent going back and forth to different doctor's offices with 4 kids and stuff. So, but I wish her luck in writing and stuff, and I hope she can, organize everything. And it's actually pretty easy. You just have to make yourself do it. I mean, I ain't a morning person, but I get up every morning at 6 o'clock, get my kids ready for school, and from there, my day just goes from one thing to another, to another, to another, to another. And then when I get home and, we do homework and dinner and bath and snack and movie and bed and all that stuff, by that time I just want to go to bed. But I do make time to at least write for about 30 minutes or so a night. I mean, it may just be how I feel that day or what I'm thinking that day or whatever, but I at least try to do some kind of writing every day. So if you can incorporate, 30 minutes a day, you should be able to train yourself to do it every single day. Some days you could do it longer, some days it might be less. Just you need to try to do a little bit every day. And the organization, the best thing to do is write down everything you have to do and then prioritize it by which one's more important. Like I do everything for my kids first, and then I start doing the publishing and then stuff, and then my writing comes last. I actually need to work on getting some of my stuff out, but I put other people's in front of mine because I run a business and I'm paid to do their work, not my own. So I try to prioritize what task I'm doing at hand. That's the best way to organize anything, is to prioritize which task is more important and which one needs to be done sooner. So best of luck, and thank you for being a part of Life Talk, and y'all have a nice day.